Yeah, obviously a crunch match, and I think very much important to South African football in terms of how big it is, and yeah, I mean in terms of the past two results, like the coach and said and Willard said, we had a vision 8 months ago, and it's what we've been working on. So yeah, it will happen that you lose games in a couple of weeks. It happens to everybody. It happens everywhere in the world. So we're not really worried. Our vision is where we're coming from 8 months ago and trying to continue on that route.
I asked your coach earlier about that vision at the beginning of the season, that belief that you guys can go all out. Now with 10 games to go, despite all the talks that maybe you guys are losing it, but the fact of the matter is that you're still on top and it's in your hands. You don't have to rely on anyone. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think everybody is responsible for their own games. We're also responsible for our own games. So we're not really worried about outside talk, what might be, what could be not. It's a matter of focusing on the next game, and obviously this one is a huge one. But at the end of the day, it's only 3 points. It's as important as the other past 20 games that we've played. So we have to make sure try and apply ourselves in the best way possible. And obviously, I mean, when you look at the past two games, well, let me say the game against Maritzburg, because the one in Highlands was, I don't know how it was, but it was very difficult in terms of the weather, the field, there. So yeah, I mean, we probably played our best game against Maritzburg, and if you look at the numbers after the game, I mean, if we have 13 shots and they have two, and they score two and we score one, then you see how football is. So we take it and we move on, but we never lose the vision. We never lose where we wanted to be for from 8 months ago. So looking at where we are right now, we are very much happy, but we know we can do better, and I think there's no better place to try and do it better than on Saturday at FNB Stadium.
Absa, Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates arguably have two of the best strike forces in the league. How do you see Gaba going? How do you see a guy like Samuel Nukovic going? Are you expecting goals in this encounter?
I wouldn't really put much pressure on an individual, because at the end of the day, strikers need to be supplied, and the suppliers also need to get the ball from somebody else. So it's a team effort. It's how we train every day to try and make each other better. And obviously, it would be very nice if he continues scoring, because he's helped us a lot. In his first season, he's done very well for us. And yeah, we also know how dangerous Gaba can be. So we try and nullify that and try to get him not to get as many chances as possible, because he doesn't miss many. We know very well. But yeah, we're not really looking into individual performances. I think in a game like this, like it was in November, I mean, one game they played with 10 men and it was like they were playing with 15 players, and that's how this game can turn out to be when it's such a huge game. So we mustn't really think much into individual performances. That's how we're going to apply ourselves as a team. And I think the team that's going to fight more and want it more is probably going to be the one that takes it.
And I guess all the focus will be on guys like Gaba and Samuel Nukovic. But how important is the defense in a crucial game like this? You don't want to concede as many goals, particularly if you're chasing 3 points or a point out of this result.
Yeah, it's very important, because at the end of the day, when the game starts, or let me say now, both teams have 1 point. So you have a point in your back and you don't want to lose it. But that doesn't mean that now the defenders are the ones that have to carry that load of keeping a clean sheet, or the goalkeepers, or players like Willard that are more on the defensive side of the game in terms of when the team attacks. So it's a matter of starting defending from up front, starting from Nukovic, knowing what he has to do when we don't have the ball. And obviously against Pirates, you cannot leave so many loopholes, because they'll punish you if they get one chance, even half a chance. So yeah, like I said, it's going to need a team effort. It's going to need covering each other, helping each other, picking each other up if we're on a setback, So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this game is more of, it needs more of a team effort more than individual effort. And then once you do the team effort side, and then all the individuals that can produce the magic, they will probably be free.
Lebza, could this game be a league decider in terms of, especially for the two teams, a win for you could virtually cancel Pirates out of the race, and if they win against you, there's a dent. In your opinion, is that could it be a league decider?
I mean, when you look, obviously we see from things that are spoken outside, it looks like all the games that we have to play against the contenders are the league deciders, but they still also have to play against each other. So there's still 9 games to go. I mean, we can win this one and lose the next 4. That's just how football is. So we're not really thinking that far. This is one more game for us, and then we'll take it from there.
Hypothetically speaking, you win the game. What does that do in terms of confidence going into those last 8 games of the season?
Yeah, obviously a massive confidence booster, but every win is a confidence booster. When you win, you're happy. I mean, obviously this one is it's a special game. It feels more because you're representing probably the biggest percentage in terms of both teams when it comes to South African football. So you can see what happens when either of the teams wins the derby. So, but yeah, I mean, we don't really think about those kind of things. What's most important is trying as hard as possible, to get the 3 points, and then we'll think about the next game, and then we'll think about the next 8 after that.
This is a league game, but it's also a derby. Should we be expecting some Kasi flavor?
If you're playing well and you're in the mood on the day, I mean it happens, but it's also got to be something that will help the team, because sometimes you do this kind of things and then you put yourself in trouble. And in this kind of game, you don't need that, because I mean so many people put so much into this game. You must know what you're representing, and when you do it, it's got to be at the right time and also with the right idea, not just do it for the fun of it. I mean, it really doesn't help much if you do it for the fun of it. So yeah, I mean, there's so many players that are capable of doing it from both teams, but I think with what's at stake, I don't know. We'll see what happens.